Okay, hello there, strangers and strangers. This is my welcoming thing is different today because today we are playing Minecraft, not Roblox. And the reason why is that there are some theories that I've had with the brand new experimental snapshot for sculk. And yeah, so there are some sculk theories. Like, also, look at how cool it looks. It looks like space, which we're going to talk about later. So first theory, which is the one that I made the longest stuff for, is the anatomy of sculk, which is highly made that each sculk patch is probably a living being of its own. It's just a living organism, I think. So first is the sculk block, which is the skin or the natural green dye in plants. If you don't know what skin is, this is it. It's on your hand right now. And then there are sculk veins, the definitely hardest block to think of what it could be as a human body. And it is the vein. If you don't know what veins are, they are these things inside your hands. So yeah. And here I've had to reinforce the walls a bit, but they are still quite annoying, these guys. So sensors are ears, of course. Also, there are sensors like the body sensors that sense senses. And if you don't know what an ear is, get up, learn English. And these scoop shriekers. And they're quite hard since the human body doesn't have any organ that screams whenever it gets attacked by viruses. So I guess it's lungs. Yeah, I guess. And then there's the sculk catalyst, which is an egg. This is an egg. If you don't know, you should probably learn more English. And I have a theory about how new sculk patches get made. So first, the sculk is an egg. It somehow gets somewhere else. I don't know. I think it maybe wardens transport the egg of the normal body, and then those wardens kill mobs around this egg, and that's how sculk patches get made, I think. So now we'll have to turn the mode to normal, and it's gonna get annoying real soon. And who is Warden compared to some things in human bodies? I think he's probably some gut bacteria, maybe. He is a living being of its own. If you count the game theory, I think he may be one of the citizens of the ancient cities, which are more like ancient castles, but that's a different theory. So that's what I think. Let's just turn the mode back to peaceful before slimes go to us. And here's a theory number 2. This is quite long. So number 2. Did the ancient builders use the sculk blocks not realizing how dangerous they are? So this theory comes from when I was exploring the ancient cities. So we have ancient cities right now. So we have here the ancient cities. And then I've noticed I've placed a torch and this came off. It looked something like this slime. But it looked like the pillars that are quite everywhere in the ancient cities. You've probably seen those. And this is where that whole theory comes from. And it explains how sculk got to the ancient cities. There are probably more examples of this in the ancient cities that, well, this is the one that I could find. Only one. So there are some mini theories that I've had also. So ancient cities more like ancient castle. Yeah, uh that's what I've already said. And the reason why is that I had never seen any real living spaces. It looked more like a combination of the stronghold and the nether fortress. It has like these long walls that go everywhere, and I couldn't even find any living spaces. I think there were some living spaces seen, but but from all I know, that if there are some living spaces in the ancient cities, then they'll be added in actual 1.19 snapshots, or as it says, it may be there may be another sculk snapshot. There may be another experimental sculk snapshot which will add living spaces to ancient cities. But that's quite unlikely, I think. But there was this thing called sculk bubbles, which may be a thing. So it may actually work like that. There may be actually some cool things that weren't ever seen before that will be added. So next theory is, of course, that Skulk looks like stars. So it's Skulk from space, and is there a Skulk planet? Well, there probably is, maybe. And here are some fun key stuff that I found. So there is actually a a command that I don't think anybody has talked about, and it's called Warden Spawn Tracker, and you can set it to clear, and but and also we can set it to now either 1, 2, or 3. Anything else doesn't work. Well, you can also set it to 0. I don't know about that. So that's also a thing that I found out while making the set for this video. So this is it all, and goodbye.